Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. You join me and Dizzy out dodging the showers in the mud mid-afternoon at the end of April. Welcome to spring in the UK. So the British National Championships are all done and dusted now for this season. The rankings are out. If you stick around to the end, you can find out who the big winners were in each category and how me and Dizzy did. But before that, we're going to take you back. So the series started way back before Christmas in Thetford. Me and Dizzy had put in a really long 23-week training block to get to that stage of lining up on a national championship start line. And boy was he ready to go. Blasting us off and enter the BSSF National Championships with our fastest ever kilometre. Thetford was a perfect course for us. All grass apart from a tiny little 200-metre section of hard packed trail. Nice and fast. The faster the trail probably doesn't suit us quite as much because we are now at that level competing against much faster dogs. You know, those ones with really long legs. Beautiful to watch them run though. It's amazing. On the first day, Dizzy took us round the 5-kilometre trail in 18 minutes and 30, which was a season's best, and only 13 seconds off our team record. But Thetford wasn't done there. The Sunday, the seedings are different. You don't go out in your category. You're seeded around the people who ran a similar time to you the day before. This provided one of the most epic races we've ever had. Dizzy took on Dolly the Eurohound, going toe to toe with her for about 3 kilometres. Absolutely epic. As you can see in my recap video of Thetford itself, Eurohound power just won out on the day over pure Dalmatian stubbornness. But what a run. It was the fastest run we've ever put together and took us to a 9th place finish at Thetford. Then immediately after Christmas it was on to Dolby Forest. Gotta get down this hill first though. Dolby Forest was the biggest challenge we've ever faced. So the communication came from the BSSF that due to the hardness of the trail, you might want to consider running your dog in boots, which is not something we've ever done before. Long-time viewers of the channel will know Dizzy is not a fan of running on hard packed surface. So I was really worried about how we'd fare on such a trail. When I recce'd it, my fears were not made any better anyway. It was super stony with just about a mile of grass. But thanks to coach, we managed to wrap him up in boots. A quick change to the rules of the racing in what's required to qualify, and we were ready to go. I was also ready to pull out at any point if we were struggling. Very weird feeling being on a start line, ready to run flat out, but also ready to pull out at the same time if it wasn't going well. But I really shouldn't have worried. He absolutely smashed it, flying around Dolby in his new boots, and he put in 2 really quick, really good times, and actually managing to take us to an 8th place in the race. It was then about 5 weeks until the next round, which was down on the south coast at Hinton Admiral, where we were greeted with the best course of the series. Nice and technical, nice and fun, a few little ramps, a few little downhills, a river crossing. It was absolutely brilliant. Saturday we started behind the 5 men who earlier on in the year I said were amongst the top 25 in the world, and we had one person pull out, and due to the timing system we had a 1-minute gap behind those 5 guys who all run sub 15 minutes. So we had the place to ourselves on the Saturday. Dizzy still put in an absolutely stonking time and managed to get us into 5th place, which was amazing. We were absolutely buzzing for the Sunday run, where there'd be a few more people our speed seated around us to really egg us on. But an absolute deluge of rain overnight pretty much wiped out the course and Sunday's race. It was unreal. Bits that were muddy the day before were now under a foot of water. So we were all a bit gutted that that's how the championship ended. We couldn't even do a prize giving, so we're trying to get everyone off the field. So it's a bit of a sad end to such an amazing series, and we'd done so well. It did mean that we finished with a 5th place in a British National Championships race. So which means the rankings have been published for all our efforts over the winter in that series. And me and Dizzy have managed to finish inside the top 10 in Great Britain. 9th position, which is beyond our hopes and aspirations. We're delighted with that. And icing on the cake, Dizzy, fastest Dalmatian in Great Britain. Which is absolutely smashing, which brings us to a very special 2nd episode of the Canicross News. So we have new British champions in Canicross. We also have it in all wheeled events too, and I'll link to them down the bottom. But if you want a shout out for that, you're going to have to start the Bike Jaw News on your own. So, a massive well done. 1st place in the open women's class. Sarah Gillam, well done coach. And she actually won 4 out of 5 races, which is amazing as well. In the women's 40 to 50 category was Louise Mitchell, who put some eye-wateringly quick times down as well. I think would have placed her very, very highly in the open women's class as well. And in the women's over 50s, Emma Bailey, again with some ridiculously quick times. The women's over 60s had a split gold medal between Susie Tawney and Marie Scott Turner. And then the junior women was won by Lily Mason, who was routinely starting and finishing ahead of us on the full 5k courses. I couldn't imagine running that fast at that age. I can't really imagine running that fast at my age either. And then in the youth women's category, the gold medal was Madison Wells. It's so brilliant to see so many young athletes taking up Canicross as well. The fields were actually fairly packed. Possibly one of the largest youth fields. Oh, we've got a road blockage. Oh, this could be interesting. Yeah, come on, we can get through. Yeah, possibly one of the largest youth fields the British Championships have seen. Wait. Okay, we're through. You stay free, mate. Speaking of youths, the junior men was won by Matthew Powell, who was one of those 5 I mentioned, who runs under 15 minutes and started ahead of me. I believe next year, because he's 18, he has to come into my category. You know when you wish for yourself to get older, but then going into the men's veteran 40 plus category, which is the one I'm longing to go into, the times are even quicker. We had another split gold medal between Daniel Morgan and Andy Andreu. Well done, guys. Again, all times around and under 15 minutes. Maybe I shouldn't go into that category. Maybe we can create our own category, like snail-paced men. Another split gold was in the men's over 60s between Leon Ward and Mike Hurst. Brilliant. Again, see, not just the young, but those senior athletes still out there competing in one of the toughest seasons we've had, with mud, rain. Absolutely fantastic. Now you'll notice there are a few categories that I have missed out there, and that is because I know they're watching. There's an absolutely incredible achievement. All 4 winners of open men over 50s, although that over 50s was shared with Jason Pascoe, schoolboys and schoolgirls were won from members of one family. We tried to chase them down on the beach the other day, we couldn't. It's of course Family Robinson, that man, the fastest man in the world. Turns out he also has the fastest kids in the world. Well done, Ben, for winning the senior men times around 12 minutes, which is just crazy. This way, Dizzy. Matthew for the split gold in this over 50s men, and a massive well done to Dizzy's mates, Aaron and Amelia, who also won the schoolboys and the schoolgirls titles. That's so cool that it all is the same family. What a really nice thing. What a really nice thing to do as a family. I always loved playing team sports and things with my dad. It was one of the best things. I absolutely loved it. So it must be really, really special for you guys to all share your Canicross experiences. As I said, I'm going to link all the results in the description below, but that was the 2nd edition of the Canicross news. Me and Dizzy will have a full season recap for you coming up, but not yet. We have one more race to do. Coming up at the weekend, we are back at the Fur Nations, the England leg this time in Cannock Chase. We're really looking forward to our last race of the season. Can try and go out with a bang. If you want to catch that video as soon as it comes out, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash a like button if you like the Canicross news. Leave a well done comment to all our winners in the UK. If you're not from the UK and you're going to be competing in World Championships, then lay down your gauntlets in the comments. And then me and Dizzy will see you on the next one.